Morning, guys. Happy Monday. It is bright and early, brighter and earlier than usual. It's just past 7:30. We're hitting the road early. I need to get over to the store, grab this Maverick, and get it over to Pomalu from Bedliner at 9 a.m. So we're heading a little bit early. I'm stuck in a little bit of Waihoa traffic, but hopefully that's all the traffic we have, and it doesn't continue to be that way going into town. I'm a little tired, but we're gonna get that knocked out. Hopefully I need to find somebody that can give me a ride back from Pomalu. Hopefully Kaleo is there when I get in to pick me up from Kalihi, so I don't have to wait out on that side all morning. And then I'll have to pick it up later today again. Also have an appointment later this afternoon for an ICO. This is on a Chevy truck. It's a Silverado 1500. It is a crew cab. It's a little more miles though. I think it's just under 100,000 miles. I want to say it was like 98,000 miles or something like that. And it was like a 2015, I want to say 2016, something like that. I believe it was 4-wheel drive. So hopefully we can bring that one in. I have my eye on that because I think that's going to be another nice, cheaper option for a truck. And I'm pretty familiar with those Chevy LS-based trucks. That might be an LT. It might be an LT, depending on the year. But 100,000 miles on that, not too bad at all. I personally had a truck, or we had one in the household. There was a later, it was an earlier model, Earlier model is a 2000. We put 350,000 miles on that thing before we sold it. It wasn't even done yet. That bad boy still had life left in it. We sold it, and next I kept driving it more. But we put 350,000 on it in our household. So, yeah, 100,000 mile Chevy truck. I'm not worried about it at all. It has good old naturally aspirated LT power, LS power, good old cranking block or cam block, pushrod V8. You ain't never gonna go wrong with that. That thing will run forever. So that'll be a good cheap truck option for somebody. You know, nowadays you buy a 21 F150 or a 25 F150. Your average price on a 25 F150 is gonna be 60 grand. That's average. It might be even higher than that, depending on product mix. But like an STX truck, 4-wheel drive, is already in the mid-high 50s. And that's pretty common. All the XLTs are over 60 grand. Heck, even the one that I special ordered, well, not special ordered, but I put in the order bank that should be getting delivered soon, which was a 302A power boost truck with Pro Power on board, 4x4, Star White truck. Nothing too crazy. Not super loaded up. 302A, not a 303 with leather, any of that craziness. It is a black appearance package truck. My build's 65 or 66 grand. Fortunately, I'm not taking that truck, or fortunately, because that truck would be ridiculously expensive every month, and not something I'm trying to spend every month, pay for that. But that's an XLT. That's a fairly nicely optioned XLT, not even fully loaded, and that's 65 grand. I have lariats and tremors on the lot that are 70, but I also have tremors and lariats that are 80, and I have platinums that are 90. So yeah, having this Chevy truck come in that should be probably like 30 grand or less, that's going to be a good option for some people out there that are open to a little higher mileage truck, but half price of buying a new one. I think it'll be good for them. So that's scheduled for a little later today. I also had another customer that wanted us to do a at-home inspection for an ICO on a 2018 Honda HR-V. I need to get back to him to see if we can schedule it. I originally offered him for 3 o'clock today to do it, but I have that Chevy at 4:30, so it's not going to work with me going out to town and making it back by 4:30 to inspect this Chevy truck. So I'm going to have to reschedule with him for another day, and I think he's trying to push for something like late in the evening, which I don't want to do for two reasons. One, it's going into town, and I'm not trying to be in town at 4 or 5 o'clock when traffic is ridiculous. Sorry, the ICO, I get it. I'm trying to make it convenient for our customers as much as possible, but that's crazy. I'm not sitting in an hour of traffic going and coming from Kailua just for an ICO. That's too crazy. So either we can schedule in the morning at some point, or we can do something around 3 o'clock. Oh, second reason why I don't want to do that, besides the traffic, lighting. I'm not the one that makes the final decision on what we're going to offer on these trucks. I need to do the best job I can to take good quality pictures, to take good quality video of it, so that our managers can look at it and make a determination on what they're comfortable paying for it. So because of that, I don't want to be going there at 5, 6 o'clock at night when the sun's going down and I might not have good light to be able to see what exactly the vehicle looks like and capture good pictures. So nothing late in the evening like that. I'm more than willing to come out and do the legwork to inspect one at home, if that's what it takes for us to make a deal, purchasing or selling to us. Either way, I mean, if you're interested in a vehicle and it's just hard for you to get out, hell, I'll bring it to your office. You want to take it at your office, check it out, and do something like that, it's not a problem. We'll make it work. But that's how my day is starting off. I gotta get over this mountain. I gotta grab this Maverick, get it over to Pamalu. Like I said, hopefully I have a ride back. If not, I don't know what I want to do today. I'm kind of leaning towards, to be honest, if I don't have a ride back, I'm going to take my backpack with me, and I'm going to take the walk across the street over to Lion Coffee, and I'm going to sit in their cafe and I'm going to work off of my iPad today. That's what I think I'm going to do if I don't have a ride. But I should. Somebody should be able to pick me up. I want to keep the ball rolling, keep the sales going this month. It started off really good. Also, I apologize. There was no video for Saturday, nor did I shoot anything yesterday. I did actually film on Saturday, some stuff earlier in the day, but I didn't shoot a closer, and I was just too wiped out. By the time I got home, picked Paisley up, spent some time with her since she was at grandma's house for a couple of days. I was just too wiped out to film a closer. I just wanted to kick back and relax. I ended up watching F1, the movie, and that was what closed out my night on Saturday. Yesterday, I really just didn't do anything. I kind of just did chores around the house, and that was it. And I'm not going to film you guys. I'm not going to film vacuuming floors and cleaning up around the house. It just doesn't make any sense. So that was yesterday. But recap, I did sell a car on Saturday. That brought us to 4 for the month. Saturday, I closed a deal on a 2015 Hyundai Accent for a gentleman named Avante. And Avante should be coming today, later this afternoon, to pick it up as well. So further reason why I need to be at the store and not over in town doing an inspection today. So that's nice. We got to 4, which is a heck of a lot better than we were looking last month. Last month we did 4.5 for the entire month. We have 4 out, and we're a week in right now. So we're gonna keep that momentum going. Hopefully we can keep that pace up, keep that momentum up, and do 15 or 16 this month. That would be excellent. I do know I have a Maverick coming this week, the special order that's going to be delivered. That's a 25 Maverick Lariat, special ordered unit, exactly how they want it. So they're going to enjoy that. Should be here middle to end of the week. We'll probably get together Friday to finalize that deal with them. Yeah, so far so good. We just need to keep the ball rolling. So we have that one. We'll find 3 or 4 more sales besides that this week, and that'll keep us on pace to do 15, 16 this month, and that's the goal. But I'm gonna keep rolling in this traffic, heading over the mountain. I will see you guys back when we get to Pamalu. I'll check out their shop a little bit. You guys can see what that looks like. I've been using them for about 10 years. And we'll pick it up there. Guys, here we are dropping this 25 Maverick off at Pamalu Truck Bed Shields. Bright and early in the morning, they're gonna get this knocked out for us. A nice desert sand unit we have going here, but it needs a bed liner, so we're gonna get that slapped in here. I also need to double check to see if we got the email back from Lear regarding the bed cap for this thing, because the customer also wants that in a rack system to put his one-man canoes on. But this is Pamalu Truck Bed Shields. I've used these guys for about 10 years now. Hi bud. Here's their guard dog. Yeah, they got their two big old guard dogs over here, a couple of sweetie pies. So I'm standing out here like a hooker as usual, waiting for my ride back from Pamalu. Jeff's gonna come and pick me up here, but Jeff's in like a 550 utility bed or flatbed truck, big old long one. So I walked out to the street side so it's easier for him to pick me up. But what a nice day today. Great weather. So much better than it was yesterday in Waihoa when I wasn't working. But of course, on the good weather days we're at work. But we're gonna get picked up here. I wish we had a bed liner vendor that was closer to us back at the shop, because this is way out here. So to make this run is about an hour round trip altogether, and we'll have to make it twice today because it'll take them a few hours to get finished, and then we'll run it back. But I didn't want to have to hang around in Kalihi for a few hours. I want to get some work done and hopefully get a sale rolling. But we need to be back here in Kalihi at Pamalu to pick it up before 3 o'clock when they close. But just wanted to turn the camera on, shoot a quick little vid about me out here hitchhiking, waiting for Jeff, and we'll get back to the store and get up to some no good. Well, that's happening, guys. So as you can see, we are home from the store. We are sitting at my dinner table again. I'm gonna pour a drink and we're gonna recap the day. So first and foremost, today we're gonna go with a local drink, Old Pully Road whiskey from Ko'olau Distillery. I've actually drank this before, but it's been a while. If I remember correctly, this is not one of my favorites, but it's also a lot more affordable of a whiskey than some of the other ones we have here. Like the last time that we sat here and had a drink and talked about the recap of last month, that was like a $400 or $500 bottle of whiskey. And I think this is like a $40 bottle of whiskey or something. I didn't buy it. I believe this is gifted to us, but that's what we're drinking. So, Old Pully Road, Ko'olau Distillery. Where are they located, actually? I don't know. Veteran made. That's awesome. Made in Hawaii with Aloha, handcrafted in Hawaii. I think that says batch number 4. A pretty old bottle. Ko'olau Distillery, Kailua. That's what I thought. If I'm not mistaken, these guys are up at the quarry, about a building over from where our secondary shop is. That was a bit of a heavier pour than I had planned. Alright, well,
So that breathe. So I think where we left off earlier, I was waiting for Jeff to pick me up at Pomalu, and we had dropped off the Maverick to get the bedliner done. So Pomalu knocked that out. About half day, I got the call a little bit before 1 o'clock that it was good to go. Only took about 3.5 hours. So headed down. Luckily, my partner Akira could take me down to go and get it picked up. We're about 3/4 of the way there, and I got a call from one of our other sales guys, Josh, that he needed a ride back from Kalihi as well. He was going and dropping off a vehicle at Young Brothers. So we picked up the Maverick, waited a little bit, picked up Josh from the docks, and then we decided to go have lunch before we went back over the mountain. So we stopped in Kalihi at Wingstop on Dillingham, had some lunch there. That was really good. My food was really good. Josh's food got messed up. They gave him the wrong chicken wings. He was supposed to have lemon pepper, and he got garlic parm. And Akira had some chicken tenders that he really enjoyed. I forget what flavor he said. I think he said it was like hot honey or something. So knocked that out, went back to the dealership, did a little more follow-up, had another couple ICO leads come in, but unfortunately it was 2 leads for the same person, and the guy lives on Kauai. So not one that we're interested in, unfortunately, so I didn't go anywhere. I did not bad, a little harsh. I did end up having an ICO appointment come in at about 5:30. That was for a 2018 Chevy, the one we talked about this morning. I thought it was a 15 or 16. It was actually a 2018. It's a 2018 Chevy Silverado, 95,000 miles on it, so pretty high mileage for the year. It's supposed to have a little bit of body damage on it, and it is back taxed to 2022, so a little over $2,000 in registration charges that are owed on it, and a little bit more body damage than I was expecting. A lot more, really. We were told that it had a smash on the front bumper. It did. Along with that smash on the front bumper, it had a cracked driver headlight, which that's no good. Not going to pass safety check. Something we have to fix. The bumper we probably wouldn't have fixed. It would just be a cheap truck. Also had some damage to the back of the cab and the front side of the bed on the passenger side. Couple of other bumps and bruises around the truck. So not quite the condition we were hoping on coming in, but I did also bring it in knowing that it was going to be a cheaper truck, higher mileage, something that we can get on the lot like under $25,000 for a full-size truck. It's a Chevy. That LT motor for a 2018, confirmed 2018 is going to be an LT. I know this morning I was tossed up whether it was going to be an LS or an LT because I thought it was a 15 or 16, but it's an 18, so 100% it's an LT. LT motor, be perfectly fine. I trust that motor a little bit more than I trust the late LS's with the displacement on demand. Those have lifter issues out of control, but that LT should have been fine even with 95,000 miles. Probably a solid runner 5.3 truck. But we didn't come to a deal on it. She really wanted a little bit more money. We weren't too far away. We're about $1,000 away, but it just didn't make any sense for us at this time. So I'm gonna call it now. My opinion, I think she's calling us back, and she's gonna take our offer for it. And the reason I think that is I don't think she's gonna get better offers than that. Trying to sell it privately with being 3 years back tax and having a couple of grand. I think it was $2,200 altogether in just back registration, and you can't get the back registration done without fixing the headlight, which is probably at least another $500. No matter how you cut it, it's probably another $500 for that headlight. So now you're talking almost $3,000 just to get it back legal and on the road. I can't see her getting that much more than we're offering on that, and Facebook market is not fun, as she experienced for a couple of days already. So call it now. I expect to see that truck coming into inventory later this week or early next, when she realizes that it's not worth the squeeze on what she wants to do. But that pretty much wrapped it up for the day. That was the last thing I worked on. Pretty much shut it down from there and got ready to head home. So now going into tomorrow. Oh, another thing we didn't talk about. Saturday sold a 2015 Hyundai Accent. Was supposed to deliver it today. Couldn't deliver it today because customer couldn't get insurance set up. And that's because of the storm that's bearing down. So for anybody out there that didn't know this, if there's a state of emergency in place, with which Governor Green signed, I want to say Saturday or Sunday, he put an emergency proclamation in place, set us into a state of emergency with the impending storm. When that happens, insurance goes into a moratorium. So policies can't be changed, can't add vehicles on, can't do any of that. So because of that, couldn't deliver the vehicle today. So hopefully that state of emergency lifts either tomorrow or the day after. Keeping our fingers crossed. Everything is looking good with the storm right now. It should be passing north of the islands. Should be weakened to a tropical storm. Minimal effects on the outer bands coming across the islands. Let's hope it stays that way and everybody is safe out there, and hopefully that state of emergency lifts soon and we can deliver that vehicle. Tomorrow, only thing I have planned is delivery of the Maverick that we got bedlined today. I do need to get some stuff done on that and finalized before it's ready for delivery. But that's the only thing we have on the agenda for sure tomorrow. We gotta get some sales in. We gotta sell some stuff this week. I do have a Maverick that's gonna be delivered this week, special order, that will be going out, and that's gonna be a nice one to get finished. However, I do still need to get about 3 or 4 more car deals in this week. So we're gonna keep pounding the pavement. I will see you guys back tomorrow, probably at the desk. We'll kick it off. We're gonna try and see if we can't muster up a car deal tomorrow on top of the delivery we have going. Appreciate everybody that comes out, watches these videos every day. I'm gonna sit here and enjoy the rest of my drink. Hopefully you guys are having a drink too, drinking responsibly. Maybe not. It's like I always say, I post these videos late at night, so hopefully you guys aren't waking up first thing in the morning and having a drink to enjoy these videos in the morning. Yeah, not my favorite whiskey. Sorry. Koala Distillery, great effort out there. Just not my particular cup of tea. Not smoky enough for me, to be honest. That's a major problem. I actually really like very peaty whiskeys. It's my thing usually. And that's not it. But if this is up your alley, give it a try. Koala Distillery, kind of light, little harsh, little bit harsh on it. But I don't know too much about it in terms of how long they age it, what they age it in, all of that. But that's a wrap for today. See you guys back in the store tomorrow. Have a great night. Oh.